Namaste dost. Imagine you need to deliver tiffin box across the street. Would you hire a giant 10-wheeler truck? Of course not. You had probably used a scooter, quick, cheap and perfect for the job. But what if you need to move your entire house? Then the truck makes sense. Even it costs more, launching a server in AWS with EC2 is very similar. You need to pick a right vehicle for your application needs, balancing cost and performance. Today we are diving into EC2 Essentials, Elastic Compute Cloud. You will launch your first virtual server and more importantly, discuss how to choose right type so you are not overpaying or underpaying. This is key for any AWS users. AWS EC2 tutorial launch your first server. What is Amazon EC2? EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. This is called EC2. Virtual server in the cloud provides resizable compute capacity, scale up and down. You can, if you need more RAM or GPU, you can scale up. If you need low, you can scale down. Backbone for many applications like engine of your cloud setup. You choose OS, CPU, memory, storage, like configuring your PC. EC2 is basically renting a virtual server from Amazon. Instead of buying physical server, setting them up and maintaining them, you can launch this server within a minute. Elastic means you can easily scale up or scale down as your requirement goes. EC2 Instance Type. Choosing your right vehicle. Many families, general purpose TM, compute optimized C, memory optimized RX, storage optimized ID. General purpose T2 micro, T5 large, like your everyday scooter or family car. Good balance for web server and small databases. Another one is compute optimized C5 large, the sports car, powerful bike for CPU heavy tasks like batch processing and middle transcoding. Others for specific need, database, big data, and etc. AWS offers a whole showroom of EC2 vehicles called Instance Type for everyday tasks like running a small blog or a development server. A general purpose instance like T2 Micro is perfect. It's very cost effective. If you need a bit more power, an M5 large like a reliable sedan car is perfect. If your app does heavy calculations like video editing or complex data analysis, you need a compute optimized instance. Powerful sport bike or Thar for the rough terrain. Similarly, there are memory optimized for a large database need to calculate lots of data, like a mini truck for carrying data, and storage optimized for apps needing super fast access to large local databases. A big lorry. The cost versus performance, the balancing act. Don't use truck for a tiffin box, over provisioning, waste of money, right? Don't use scooter to moving house, right? Under provisioning, poor performance, app crash. Right sizing, start small, monitor, CloudWatch, adjust. Consider free tier like T2 micro or T3 micro for learning and deploying a small apps. The key is right sizing. If you pick a huge expensive instance for a small task or website that's get 10 visitors easily, you are just burning money. That's a truck for the tiffin box. If your e-commerce website crashed during the Diwali sales because server is too small, that's a scooter trying to move house. AWS has free tiers which often include T2 micro, T3 micro, instance for a certain number of hours per month. Perfect for learning and testing. Always start there if you are unsure and you can always resize it later. That's enough talk. Let's go to the console. First I am going to show you via console and then we are going to apply it using the Terraform. Right? So yeah, here's my console. I have default VPC. You can see here default VPC, yes. And make sure you also have this setting. Default VPC. This is my default VPC, right? Name can be anything. And you need to have at least one default subnet. You can see here, this is my default subnet, yes, right? That's okay. And make sure your graph look like this. Even though AP South 1, you only had one subnet, that's also fine. Like this, one subnet at least, one route table and one IGW. Okay, this is the flow. At least one of each. One the subnet, one route table. I'm going to create a security group. It's a security guard for our EC2 instance, like who can access it, where it can be accessed, who can access it and who can't. Let's say EC2 Pratik, ESG stand for security group. I'm going to allow inbound traffic here for the SSH 0, like all anywhere in the world, right? Add another rule HTTP and another one HTTPS, right? And 0.0.0.0.0 means anyone can access it. Outbound traffic is like this. Okay, I'm going to create a security group. Description, create security group. You can see inbound rule like this, HTTP, HTTPS and SSH. Outbound rule like this, right? I am going to launch instance now. First go click on the launch instance. Name is EC2 Pratik demo. I am going to select Amazon Linux, whatever is this. T2 micro free tier eligible, right? login AWS Linux Mumbai. If you don't have this one, you can create here, right? Click on here and you will get one key. And this is the default as it is. I'm going to select existing security group, named this one. We also had one default. We are not going to choose it. We create one EC2 Pratik SG, right? And all the same, go to the advanced. I am going to put some commands here, right? Let me copy it from my file. Okay, launch instance. Right, this is running and this is our public IP. You can access it. You can just click it. We added this one, right? Because of this, we are going to see hello Pratik, hello from Pratik Sontakke Tech on EC2, right? Yeah, you can see. That means it's working. This is not secure. That means it's using port 80. If it's secure, that means HTTPS, it's going to use port 443. You can go and see it in our security group. 443 for the HTTPS, HTTP 20, SSH for 20. If you want to log in inside this server, like action, that is the server, this is your server. What does it mean? Isn't it look like your website, right? So you are hosting your website on EC2. Like, it's a very basic example. So yeah, even you give it to 100 people, na, it will work like this. If you give this address to 100 people, it will work without any interruption because it's on the cloud. And if you go here and if you want to connect it, you can connect like this. Now I am going inside our EC2. It's going to establish connection, right? So let's see what our instance has. cd ls nothing. Okay, where we had pasted this file, this is the path. I am going to cat it. You can see if I change something here, na, I am going to change like Pratik Sontakke Tech, just removing Sontakke. You can see now what we had here. Hello from Pratik Tech on EC2. Before we had Pratik Sontakke. Now I am going to reload it. You can see. Okay. So we go inside our EC2. This is our IP address, private IP asset. You can confirm here, right? This one. Then we have changed something inside our computer, and you can see here is the reflection of it, right? This is earlier, this is now, right? So yeah, that's all from the console. Going to kill this instance. Terminate, right? Make sure you terminate this instance. Now I am going to walk you through Terraform, right? So just explaining some terminologies here. EC2 with Terraform automation. AWS instance, we used to launch this EC2. Used to launch EC2 instance. Define AMI operating system. An instance type. Specify a key name and security group. Now just moving to the Terraform, right? Come here. This is 04 AWS EC2, right? I am just going to apply it first, then going to explain you, right? First do Terraform init. It's going to download required dependencies for the Terraform. Then Terraform apply. So yeah, till then I'm going to explain. This is AWS. This is the region we have selected. You can go to the console and see here. This is the region. Code AP South 1. You can see AP South 1. AMI, that means what kind of operating system you need for your system. Like if you buy MacBook, you get macOS, right? Windows for Windows. And if you want to Ubuntu, you can. And it's from the Amazon, that's called Amazon Linux 2. This is the operating system. This is the filter we have applied to like filter the operating system and select one from the filter, right? This is our security group. Name is Pratik EC2 SG. So what's the port for the SSH? 22, right? And allow all traffic, right? Anyone can access it, right? This is an ingress port, right? Ingress means anyone can go inside it. It's 80, that is HTTP, right? Anyone can access it. Egress means if your computer is running, like EC2 is running, he can access everything. That means 0, this one, 0.0.0/0, right? Name is Pratik Web SG. These are instance details. Size is 2 micro, scooter, cost effective, free tier eligible. Key name AWS Linux Mumbai. Here you need to replace. If don't want to replace, create a same key name using AWS Linux Mumbai. You can go and create here. Key pair, na. You can see here, right? If you want to create new, just create and put the name here, right? Simple. And this is a tag Pratik Sontakke Tech. This is user data. We need to start our server. That's why we are using HTTP. And this is the output. When everything is running fine, you will see this output in a Terraform. So I am going to show you. This is like instance ID. This is instance ID. Public IP. This is the public IP. If you go and access this IP, you will see. You can see this. Let's check time. Yeah. Hello Pratik Sontakke Tech on EC2, right? You can see this one. So that's all about Terraform. As usual, you find links in the description. So we have launched our first EC2, right? We saw how to pick AMI, an instance type or vehicle, and set up basic security using security group. Remember the scooter versus truck analogy. Always think about your application to balance cost and performance. Start with a free tier if possible. Monitor and resize. The power of EC2 combined with Terraform makes managing your server incredibly flexible. And don't forget to destroy it, right? Terraform. Yes. Was this helpful? Give us a thumbs up, drop a comment below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Pratik Sontakke Tech and share. What EC2 topic do you want to see next? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching and bye bye.